Okay, everybody. Hey, it's Tuesday morning, about 9:46. Let's see, what do I need to catch up on here? I got back here to the yard Wednesday afternoon and was off Thursday, Friday, and Monday. You know, we had about 9 inches of snow here Thursday night, Friday. So I'd gotten here before the storm came in. Got my truck over to the shop because I got an X-Guard deer guard put on that I had shipped from X-Guard directly to the Quality Truck Repair a couple of miles from here in North Little Rock, and they put it on for me. And I also I was having frequent regens for the past few weeks, and I had it in the shop to have that looked at, and they figured out it was some sort of a faulty emissions sensor. What a big deal, you know, a few $100 to have that fixed. So hopefully I'm all good now. So my dispatcher, Manuel, I talked to him yesterday afternoon, and he didn't have anything to send me for today. So he told me just to get with him about 8 o'clock this morning, which I did. And it took him an hour and a half or longer to get me this load. I'm going back to the Bruce Oakley facility in Morrilton, Arkansas, about 50 minutes from here. I went there a couple of times last week to get some road salt. So that's where we're going. So you'll be seeing some repeat information. So yeah, had some nice time off. Got some things done. Got some things done to the truck. But now it's time to get back to work. Okay, so I'll see you in Morrilton. Okay, folks, we're a couple of miles from the entrance to the Oakley facility here in Morrilton, Arkansas. I got a couple of loads from here last week, as you'll remember. Probably be a lot of the road salt getting replenished at some of the DOT facilities this week. I've talked to a couple of my Oakley driver buddies this morning, and one of them was headed up to Hayti, Missouri, where we also have a facility, and was picking up some road salt. So after the big snowstorm we had last week, I imagine a lot of these little Arkansas DOT facilities will be restocking their road salt. As you can see, we've still got some snow that hasn't melted away yet. And this load's going to be going to Paris, Arkansas. I haven't really mapped it out yet, but I know it's about an hour or so west of here. So that's where we'll be heading when we get out of here. Bridge work ahead. Uh-oh. Luckily, I don't have to cross the bridge, but this bridge goes over the Arkansas River. We're going to make a left here before the bridge. You can see they've got, for you Oakley guys that have never been here before, they've got a blue sign over here to the left. Bruce Oakley Incorporated, Port of Morrilton. office and scales. Okay, so I can already see there's a truck up there in the loading position to the right, a white truck, and there's another one coming out of the road up ahead, and another one up towards the office. So unlike last week, we got some activity going on here. So I don't know if this guy's coming out. You trying to come all the way out, or are you getting loaded?
I'm all the way out. I'm going all the way out. Come on in. I got another coming back here behind me.
Okay, thanks. Alright, so he told me to come on by. They're headed out. This one is anyway. I'll go ahead and leave this on. It's some pretty snow footage. That's a tanker. Here comes a half round. He's probably getting loaded because he's got his tag axle up. Okay. Yeah, still lots of snow back here that hasn't melted. Pretty scene. Alright, so I'll go ahead and just leave the camera on here. I'll go see my dog friend that hangs out there in the office. He sits there and looks out the door, window door, with a throw toy, waiting for drivers to come in and throw it for him. Alright, so there's the Arkansas River straight ahead there. Like I said, I was just here last week, so bear with me if you've already seen this. You gotta remember, sometimes I get new viewers that have, you know, not tuned into things before. Alright, so here's the office to the right, scale up ahead. We're gonna get on the scale and then walk back to the office and check in. And then when I pull off the scale, I'll go ahead and roll my tarp off before I get up to the loading area. Okay, so that's it for now. Okay, got checked in there. She gives me a piece of paper to give to the loader. This time I'm getting beet juice salt. Last week I just got salt. So that means it's going to be messier. Funny thing is, last week I heard some people on the radio talking about, it was the weather person on a local radio station or TV station who was also on the radio, talking about putting beet juice on road salt. And I was like, yeah, I know about that. Alright, so I'm just going to pull over here, get my tarp rolled off, and then we'll go up to the loading area. Okay, you can see up ahead there, that's the fella leaving that was getting loaded when I first pulled in. So I think I'm going to have to wait till this truck comes out. There's not enough room for me to turn in there, I don't think. So just going to have to wait a minute. Okay, so that driver that just left here headed back to the scales loaded. His name's Coy. Talked to him. He said he recognized me, and he said watching my videos helped to get him to Oakley. That's nice to hear. So you got to be careful turning in here, not to go into the ditch back there. It's pretty tight. Not any spare space at all. So Coy is going to the same place I'm going to, Paris, and he's got beet juice salt also, of course. So this salt that this guy in front of me is getting, I'll show it to you in a second, does not look like it has beet juice. Give me a second and I'll try to give you a shot. This looks like just plain salt, the same stuff I got last week. There's the loader. There's the stuff coming out in that truck. That does not look like beet juice salt. Usually the beet juice stuff is reddish. So maybe he's going somewhere else, but here's my new deer guard. Now that I have this, finally, I'll probably have a deer run into the side of the truck this week. This is an X-Guard. So you know, last year, a little over a year ago, I did hit a deer and had to have a couple of pieces of my lower bumper replaced. So I've been worried about hitting another one ever since. So glad to get that on finally. I use my yearly Oakley bonus to help pay for that. All right, well, I'll be next. Okay, so I'm into the loading position here. There's the first scoop going into the hopper. And the way this works is the beet juice is in this tank and it gets sprayed onto the salt as it's on the conveyor. There it goes. You might can see, you know, it's got some juice kind of dripping off of the chute there. I'll try to show you a little bit. This doesn't look as messy though as the first time I picked up here last year. So you can tell it's got something in there. It's not too bad though. Not nearly as messy as the first batch of this stuff I hauled. So that's what it looks like. There goes Coy there. He's headed to the same place I'm going. So the loader said, I told him I could take 23.5 to 23.75 tons, because I'm pretty good on fuel. I'm good on fuel, more than I usually carry. And this new deer guard weighs about 250 pounds, so I got to get accustomed to that. So there goes dump number 2. So he said it would take probably 5 scoops. So I'm gonna scoot up a little bit and kind of get more towards the middle here in a second. That's how it works. Okay, people, just giving you some road footage. We're crossing the Arkansas River here in Russellville, Arkansas. About a half an hour from where we picked up this load of beet juice salt. And we're headed to Paris, Arkansas. We're going to be getting on Arkansas 22 here in about half a mile. And I think it'll take us right into where we're supposed to deliver. So let's just give you a shot of this. Russellville, Arkansas. Or Dardanelle, I'm not sure where the separation is. It's all basically the same. This is where I think golfer John Daly hails from. Dardanelle. I guess that's it for now. Okay, folks, so I'm just giving you a look here at Paris, Arkansas as we drive through town. I'm about 1.5 miles from my delivery point. Never been through here before. Population sign said there's about just under 4,000 people here. And I called my dispatcher, Manuel, about half an hour ago, and he told me after this just to head back to the Oakley facility there in Morrilton where I picked up this load, and we'd get another load. Not necessarily coming back here to Paris. I really don't know where it's going, but like I said, there's probably a lot of places after this big snowstorm trying to restock on their salt inventory. Anyway, I'll see you when we get there. Okay, so I got my tarp off, my mud flaps moved. There's Coy there, he just dumped. And the lady told me to pull around. We'll pull around the pile here. They said they got a problem here in their little storage bin straight ahead. So we're having to dump it outside here. So I'm supposed to make a circle here and then back up to the pile. So that's what we're doing. This battery's probably going to go dead at some point, so bear with me. It's a pretty drive over here. See if you're into pretty drives. All right. You're getting a look at the facility anyway. So as I mentioned, after I dump this, I'm supposed to go back to Morrilton, get another load. I think they load until 3, so I should be able to do that. So now you can see as I make the turn, there's Coy's truck. He's still back here trying to get his trailer all locked up and everything. So as soon as he pulls out of the way, then I'll pull in and back up to the pile.